troubled waters. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and you're about to see me boat, but right now you can't see it. We are in HMS Triumph, and we are running an exercise between mainland UK, or specifically Scotland, and the Faroe Islands, and we are up against a overwhelming force of NATO submarines. The scenario is set in the early 1990s, and HMS Triumph is a Trafalgar-class boat, and we are equipped with a combination of primarily Spearfish, but some Tigerfish thrown in for good measure. This is a scenario I do not expect to win. I expect to get the sharp end of a Mark 48 and or a Spearfish and or a Tigerfish, or maybe all of the above in short order. But we're going to give it a go, because it's been a while since I've done a blue-on-blue sort of war game or an exercise, and I'm wondering where my skills are. Now, at the beginning of this video, there's likely to be a lot of activity, and I'm going to try not to speak over the crew, so I might not be able to say much, but without further ado, let's get stuck in.
Con, sonar, lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, well,
Con, sonar, new contact bearing, 348, designated Sierra 1.
here's my boat then. Though I don't recognize any of these sonar profiles. I don't tend to recognize blues. Though that's Los Angeles.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
So that's good. We already have one. A payload for today, I didn't mention the moss. I do have a couple of mosses on board, but primarily we're sort of spearfished up. It's tempting to get a Mark 24 or Tigerfish off. It's a quiet weapon, and it might not give me away. In theory it won't, but we've got to load one first. So I got a bad feeling about doing this, but we're going to try it, because it might actually work. And if it does work, we manage to get a Tigerfish sort of somewhat close to the enemy, then I'd say that we're doing all right. What I want to do, though, is jump to
Make depth 750 feet, dive high.
Jump to 750 foot. That's about the deep. Well, that is nearly as deep as we can go with a Tigerfish. You can launch it at 760 or less. Let's switch back to this view here. We're running dot mod 0.4C for Charlie right now. And, yeah.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
Not entirely sure how good I am at this game. I don't think I'm...
Con, sonar, new contact bearing, 016, designated Sierra 2.
I don't think I'm that good at it. But like I say, we're going to find out. What is that?
Con, sonar, new contact bearing, 016, designated Sierra 3.
I don't know what it is, but we're finding lots more targets down here. That puts me a little bit concerned as to whether I really want to launch on this boat, because I might end up with a stack of trouble. Oh, it's a Dreadnought class.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Not like me. Yeah, I don't know what a lot of these boats are. So usually you still an Oberon. Okay, it's a diesel electric. So British another
Con, sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Another British boat. Okay, the Dreadnought's not going to hear me.
Dive at 750 feet, dive high.
Oh, the Oberon. Okay. All right. Well, the Oberon is vulnerable to pretty much any weapon I carry, because they don't have all that much performance. But he's quite a bit shallower than I am. In fact, they all are. You know I wanted to get down deep, but...
Make depth 328 feet, dive high.
Let's get my depth to 350,
Make
I think.
350 feet, dive high.
And maybe for good measure, I'm going to reverse course.
Come right to 086, helm
Okay. I'm going to pause the recording, swing it round, get a little closer. There's a reason why I was going from right to left and I loaded the right side of the boat, but that's okay. I will pause the recording and I'll be right back when things are about to kick off. Okay, I told the game to give me a random selection of various types of target, including SSBNs. But so far we've only found British boats, well, apart from that one Los Angeles class. And the Oberon's kind of disappeared. So I am going to poke a hole. Poke a hole in the hornet's nest, I think. Let's get one of these tigerfish off. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get hurt. And it'll be okay.
221.
Honest.
Aye, sir.
And I think what I'll do, for good measure, seeing as that one seemed to be successful, let's get the second one off.
225. Aye, sir.
Look at that. What do you know? Right, let's get my depth down. Mostly so I can run at flank and not cavitate. I think this is an interesting tactic. I have done this before. You get an early weapon out, and you dogleg it. Oh, yeah, that would help if I doglegged it, of course. So let's go ahead and dogleg it.
Passing 400 feet.
Dang. Right. So what we're going to do is try and persuade the enemy
Con
that
sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 008.
try and persuade the enemy that we're in a different location than we really are. I should run it ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
It's going to help. So we're putting these torpedoes behind me, and the advantage there is when they counterfire, as they surely will,
Passing 500 feet.
they'll be aiming behind my boat, not at me, and that is very advantageous because it's easier to avoid a torpedo if you're nowhere near it. Time for a swig of tea, because we're British, don't you know? Fighting mostly Brits today. Well, virtually fighting. It is just a war game or an exercise. Cup of char fixes most things. Let's see. So those torpedoes are almost 1,000 yards behind me. Almost. Let's go ahead and start to turn them towards the enemy. Do that one there. Do this one here. We're going to get a bit of a spread out here today. I'm going to go ahead and run directly east. Like
Helm
so.
right 290. Helm I.
Accelerate time.
Con helm steady course.
Okay, I don't know where. Oh, there's another target. I don't know where all the bad guys are. They're sort of not here. Another target there. Sierra 5. Let's see. What are you, Sierra 5? Or what do we think you are? One of those. Ooh, another Valiant. Okay.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Well, what say we... I don't want to run that one. I don't want to run these torpedoes live just yet. I think that's asking for trouble, but you seem to be a long way away. And I'm a bit surprised at that.
Con sonar
Okay.
launch transient from
So-
Sierra 5.
Now we know where...
Con sonar launch transient from
right.
Sierra 6.
Sierra 6 is new. Okay, what's 6? Recognize that profile, but see how it's aiming towards where those torpedoes are coming from. That is very good news.
Con sonar new contact bearing 010. Designated Sierra 7.
I was about to say that might be a Mark 48, and I think that's a Mark 48 ADCAP. So that is not great. The Virginia class is Premier and submarine. So that's not the kind of adversary we want to have lots of. But we're going to take him on. And of course I have Spearfish, and that is a weapon that I would say in the game, set up correctly is how I set it up. So maybe that's not correct. It is potentially one of... it's another rogue one.
Con sonar Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
It's one of the best weapons in the game.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
ADCAP is bloody lethal though.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 358. Contact faded.
So I'm gonna run.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 019. Contact faded.
I'm gonna run these two Tigerfish live.
Passing 600 feet.
If we come across something, I really want to know about it. And they're heading in a straight line. That's fine. I need to get out of the way, so I'm gonna crack on a little bit. I'm gonna lose the wire. I don't really have a choice at this point.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Because this ad cap.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 700 feet.
That's very bad news. Yeah, I'm gonna run to flank. Let's get the towed array in. Let's run away.
Come right to.
I can't.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering
There
eye.
go my wires, or one wire at
Passing
least.
900 feet.
No, I can't outdive the ad cap, but I can't.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I can't.
Con helm. Steady course.
I can't.
Passing 1,100 feet.
I can't out.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Seriously?
Passing 1,300 feet.
Okay, I can't
Passing
outdive
1,400 feet.
the ad cap, and I can't outrun it. But what I can do
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
is try and outsmart it.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 016. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact on.
Passing 1,700 feet.
What I'm doing right now is I'm notching. Notching
Con
by
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 6. Bearing 013.
traveling perpendicular.
Con sonar new contact bearing 352. Designated Sierra 8. Con sonar new contact bearing 006. Designated Sierra 9.
Passing 1,800 feet. Make depth 1969 feet. Dive high.
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm notching. I'm traveling perpendicular to the threat. It increases how quickly I can get out of its way, essentially. Now I would say
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 004. Contact faded.
I don't know that we're out of the woods yet, but I'm gonna. Sierra 8's close. Let's get down to.
Con sonar. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
5 knots. I think I need to get my depth up to be able to fire a
Con
target.
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 1. Bearing 357.
Be able to fire a spearfish. I've got a
Passing
moss ready as
1,900 feet.
I don't like talking over the crew, and they love talking over me.
Passing 1,800 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
Come left to 0. Con sonar new contact bearing 003. Designated Sierra 11.
It's all happening now.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Okay, I've got to get some spearfish out even, because
Con fire control, we
Ah,
Con sonar
I need to
new
avoid
contact
that.
Bearing 356. Designated Sierra 13. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 4.
the reason why I want to avoid losing a wire on a spearfish is they are kind of nasty and they'll turn around and attack you from a good range away. I'm going to trundle around here. Actually, let's get my speed up to
steady course.
20 knots, I think.
Make turns for 20 knots.
I'm going to have to
Maneuvering
retract my towed array. Which is a shame, but I need it to survive, and I need I to survive.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 2.
I don't actually know what I'm facing, but I'm just going to have to.
Maneuver. Come right to 09. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 6. Con sonar regained con helm steady course.
Okay, I lost the wire, unfortunately. So that means that
Con,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 351.
I lost the wire, so I'm not able to guide that torpedo. So it's kind of deep. Let's hope it can reach the target vicinity and cause enough aggravation.
Sonar, Sierra 7 is cavitating. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 4. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 11 bearing 003. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 006. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 3, last bearing 3, 5, 6. Contact faded.
Right. There's a lot of noise, background noise taking place for me. You likely can't hear it, but take it from me, it's helped me to concentrate with a lot of noise going on. I'm optimistic
Passing 1,500 feet.
that the noise cancelling is going to do its magic. But
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 1.
Passing 1,400 feet.
that doesn't
Con
help me
sonar noisemaker bearing. Come left 2, 020. Helm I.
when I'm wearing open-backed headphones. So we'll see.
Passing.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 0.
Passing 1,100 feet.
My plan right now is
Con sonar regain. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 1.
Passing 900 feet.
going to pop up to something like 700 feet. This will do. I'm going to fire off a Moss.
Passing 800 feet.
I'm doing 20 knots.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 001.
Passing 700 feet.
Maybe we'll scrub the Moss, and the reason being is it's going to attract all these tigerfish I'm about to launch at the enemy.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing
So-
000.
Shoot tube 2.
I got a
Con
big
sonar
surprise for you
noisemaker
boys and girls.
bearing 359.
Say hello to
Con
my good
sonar
chums,
Sierra 10 is classified as submerged submarine.
the tigerfish.
Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
And for
Con
good-
fire control, we've lost the
For
wire.
good measure, here's a tigerfish. I mean,
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
I'm getting me spearfish and me tigerfish mixed up, and I'm not surprised
Con
really.
sonar noisemaker. Come left 269. Helm I.
I'm going to crack on to port. We're going to head west. I really want to keep the enemy confused as to, where I am and what I'm doing. Even though they know where I am, I'm going to keep moving around, and there's a lot going on. I'm pretty sure there's dozens of torpedoes coming my way, or at least 6 or 7.
Con
And
sonar noisemaker. Con helm steady course.
Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
so we know that we're going to lose the wire. It's okay. I'm not counting.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 334.
Not counting on keeping those wires. I'm actually going to run to flank now.
Make turns for 3-2 knots. Maneuvering I.
Want to reposition to the west.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 011.
Reposition to the west northwest.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8 last bearing 335. Contact breaking up.
Just got Sierra 8, but I think he was close to the edge. And I imagine that something like Sierra 9 is
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
potentially a boomer or a cruise missile carrier. And therefore he's bugging out. So I really want to get something. Oh, there he is. I get something at him. Now I can kind of see.
Con sonar Sierra 9
There
is
you go.
classified as submerged submarine.
I identified it as a resolution class. That's an SSBN. So let's get my see all these torpedoes coming towards me. Yeah, bad idea.
Back emergency. Maneuvering I.
I get my depth down. I'm going to drop my speed.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 5.
We're going to say have one of
Passing
my friends.
700 feet.
Shoot tube 2.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 5.
Con
Passing
Fully.
8.
Yeah, I lost the
Make
wire.
turns for 3-2 knots.
Fully
Maneuvering
expected to
I.
lose that wire. It's okay. It's part of the plan. But that spearfish, the
Con
idea.
sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 352.
Is going to threaten the resolution. Now, meanwhile, I've attracted the attention of.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 1. Last bearing 031. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing
Spearfish.
358. Contact is in the baffles.
No, they're ad caps. Okay. I've got the attention of a couple of ad caps, which is not the best news I've had today.
Con, knuckle formed.
The best news I've had today is that
Con
like-
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1. Bearing 35.
Con, knuckle formed.
best news I had today is that
Con
tomorrow's a
sonar
snow
regained
day.
contact
Crew, will you
on
stop
Sierra
talking
1,
over me, for
1,
goodness
bearing
sake?
028.
Let me get a word out. Wow.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 0, bearing 0, 2, 2.
Alright, very risky
Passing
maneuver here,
1900
but
feet.
we'll see if we can pull it off, and we
Con,
can.
knuckle formed.
Knuckle here,
Passing 1800 feet.
coming up like a fart in a
Con
bath.
sonar regained
Passing 1700 feet.
We want to be somewhere else when these Mark
Passing
48s
1600 feet.
figure out I'm not where I
sonar
thought they thought I
Passing
was.
1500 feet.
Well, they are coming up as
Passing
well.
1400 feet.
That's okay.
Passing
Come up with me.
1500 feet. Passing 1200 feet. Passing 1100 feet.
Okay, got reacquired.
Passing 1000 feet.
Both of them got me.
Passing
All right.
900 feet.
Con sonar
So
regained.
Passing 800 feet.
the next thing we're going to do is use
Passing
these
700
outcaps
feet.
against the enemy. Actually, one of them might. I think maybe only
Passing
one's
600
reacquired me.
feet.
Interesting. It's
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
might have to. Oh, there we go. Okay, it lost its acquisition on me, which I didn't expect
Passing
because
500 feet.
yeah, and his buddies.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 3, bearing 0, 1, 1.
Time
Con,
to
knuckle formed.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
some maneuvering. Drop a
Con,
noisemaker.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Do the numpty plummet, which
Passing
is
600 feet.
an interesting maneuver when performed at the gym. Can get you in a lot of trouble.
Con sonar,
Passing 700 feet.
Launched a noisemaker, and we've
Passing 800 feet.
dropped the depth. We're dropping the depth as quickly as we can.
Passing 900 feet.
Those torpedoes will go for the noisemaker, or they'll try and
Passing 1000 feet.
skip round it, which is what they're doing.
Passing
hopefully
1100 feet.
We can be out of dodge by the time they figure out I'm
Passing
not there.
1200 feet.
It's much harder to do on more
Passing
modern
1300
torpedoes.
feet.
con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1, 4.
But it's
Passing
work.
1500
But
feet.
it's work right now, so I'm happy with
Passing
that.
1600 feet.
I'm manually gonna
Passing
correct the
1700
depth. We're
feet.
gonna exceed test depth here.
Passing 1800 feet.
Okay,
Passing 1900 feet.
let's begin the pull out.
Passing 2000 feet.
Quite an aggressive pull, at least for a submarine. Level out there.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Close enough at 2100 feet. Okay, and we are moving away at best rate.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, 5. Last bearing 3, 4, 4. Contact faded.
Now I could slow down and try and minimize the noise that we make. But if those two torpedoes don't know where I am, okay, but everything else does. I can't fire a spearfish at this depth. That's okay. I've only got to come up.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
I've only got to come up a short distance. Well, a few hundred feet. So I'm going to drop my speed to 20 knots, pull the nose,
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 7.
and the dive planes, the ballast right up. Yes,
Passing 2000 feet.
1640 feet
Con
is the
sonar,
magic
regained
depth.
Contact on Sierra 1, 5.
Passing 1900 feet.
Ideally, you're not pitching up when you launch, and you can
Passing 1800 feet.
launch at 20 knots. Oh, that torpedo's
Passing 1700 feet.
pretty close. Let's actually turn away from it. Push the nose forward, so we're
Passing
going to level
1600
out,
feet.
but keep rising.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 3.
Passing 1500 feet.
So we're kind of notching this torpedo that's behind me. We've lost contact because we've not got the towed area out. Okay. I'm actually going to bring my speed down to 10 knots.
emergency.
I'm going to do it aggressively.
Make turns
My
for
towed area
1,
out.
0
Oh,
knots.
there's one
Maneuvering on.
right ahead of me as well.
Passing 1400 feet.
Okay, time to, yeah, those are wire guided.
Suit 2-2. Aye, sir.
That's is
Con
difficult.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 3, 1, 9.
Yeah, I got a bit of a challenge up
Con
ahead.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 3, 3, 3. Contact faded. Come left to 0, 0, 1. Helm aye.
A lot of targets out there. Okay, and we haven't identified many of them. So I'm feeling a
Con
little...
sonar, Sierra 1, 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Actually identifying these as soon as we select them, which is nice. So, the Valiant.
Con
Brits.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1. Con helm steady course.
I'm going to say Brits, like I'm not a Brit. But
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 003. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 336. Contact faded.
do appear to have
Con
lost where I
sonar
am.
regained contact on Sierra 5. Bearing 003. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing 335. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 7. Bearing 330.
That's very interesting. They don't know where I am, and oh well, they may have an idea, but it's not
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 027. Come right to 092. Helm I.
a lot of activity.
Passing 1,300 feet.
So I'm bringing my depth up because I want to fire off a Tigerfish into the mix. Sierra 4 is under threat by a Spearfish,
Con,
which
fire control, weapon acquired.
is rather handy. What is Sierra 15? I don't even know. Is that a
Con
hideout?
sonar noisemaker bearing 018.
No.
Passing
Okay.
1,200 feet.
I thought it was close to
Con helm steady course. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 324.
let's actually leave this Torpedo 2 can try and engage this Sierra 10, this Flight 2. It's actually going for something else. So, okay. Like,
Passing 1,100 feet.
there's a lot of targets, and I haven't engaged them all. I haven't identified them all even. Oh, okay, that's bad. Where is this? Oh, come on, you're gonna have to see me. Oh, wait, is it not gonna see me?
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 029.
Oh,
Con, fire control.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 319.
he may be about.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I think this Tigerfish is gonna detect me.
Con sonar lost. Come right to 166. Helm I.
I know they're a compromised weapon, but they're not that compromised, right?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 332. Contact is in the baffles.
Con,
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 351. Contact is in the baffles.
I didn't
Con
expect
sonar
that.
lost contact.
Passing 900 feet.
So the Tigerfish that's behind me, this thing here, has not detected me. So okay. I mean, that's great.
con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Surely it's going to now. Surely. And then we're in trouble. Nope. I do have aneroic coating, and that helps it not hear me.
Passing 800 feet.
Great. Well, that's a turn up for the books. I expected to be the sharp end of one of those, but apparently not. So, wicked. I'm gonna get this Tigerfish out. We're gonna send it towards Sierra 4. Maybe Sierra 14. Something's under attack by a Spearfish. So,
On torpedo room 2-3 ready.
have at it.
Passing 700 feet.
And for good measure, I think get another Spearfish out, but where? I think logically here is sensible. This sort of northeast corner has got a lot of contacts, so we'll launch it to this waypoint here.
223. Aye, sir.
Sierra 1 is sneaking around the west side, but we'll worry about him later.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 2. Last bearing 016. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact.
Really
Turn
expected
4, 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
to be in trouble there. I honestly thought that
Con
the
sonar
Tigerfish was.
regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 335.
I thought that tigerfish was going to take a bite out of me, but I was wrong. And this is the game can do this sometimes.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
You're in the absolute thick of it, and yes, there's more stuff incoming. There's just another tigerfish. Yeah, it is. So it's close to the surface. I can see me in the background, although YouTube might remove the compression. So I suppose, really, let's get me boat down again. It's got a good chance
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1-1, bearing 3-4-6.
It's got a good chance of it going for me. Come on, let's just select
Passing
this waypoint.
700 feet.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna,
Con, torpedo room 2.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm gonna target Sierra 10 with this. I think I need to get my depth down. I don't know where Sierra 7 is, but that's a good candidate for attacking with this tigerfish. But where is it? See, that I don't know.
Con, so
Passing 800 feet.
I think I'm going to put torpedo 3 into an attack profile. There we go. Let's bring it up to the depth of this Los Angeles class. Wow, that thing climbs quickly. And it should detect it soon enough. It should.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Beauty. Okay. Okay, this thing's gone live. And it's acoustic, but I think it's at the surface, and I'm still descending.
Passing 900 feet.
It's tigerfish. Torpedo 1 is now picking some, or it's gone into search mode. There's another torpedo coming in. Bring this thing up. Bring the tigerfish up to the depth of the Oberon, which is about 300-ish feet, I think. So, that's interesting. They're using their tigerfish in a,
Passing 1,000 feet.
suppose you may, in a circular pattern, which I didn't necessarily expect them to do, because I don't do that very often, but that doesn't mean it's not a valid thing to do. Of course, they're boxing me in, or forming a barrier. Okay, so immediate threat. There's another torpedo that it's almost like playing missile command. There's another torpedo dropping
Passing
down.
1,100 feet.
It's right at me. Let's see if we can see what this is. It's a Mark 48, so it's potentially an ad cap, and it's
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 0-3-7.
it's 250 feet, which is fine. But we are Virginia's tempting. Lob one at you, sunshine. One of these. You know you want it.
1,200 feet.
There we go. Yes, so it's the resolution as well. Or we might just go for the resolution.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 7.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Sierra 7's some distance away, the Oberon. The Virginia is
Con,
at
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 3-0-2.
I would say that the Virginia is a particularly nasty target,
Passing
but
1,300 feet.
logically the Oberon's going to be my primary target because it's an SSBN. So, Spearfish, that may well just engage the Virginia. The flight to Los Angeles is also a very creditable threat, but right now I'm more concerned with this Mark 48 heading my way. And look at this, the Valiant's here
Passing
at 4.
1,400 feet.
I see. Oh, he's deep. Okay. Well,
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the
Eesh,
water.
that's a
bearing
shame.
3-5-7.
I've got to go. So,
Make turns for 3-2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
right, get on. I'm going to have to turn away.
Con, fire control, we've lost
May
the
have
wire.
left this a little late.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing.
Passing 1,500 feet.
To evade this thing.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 2-9-9.
Go for the noisemaker. Oh.
Passing 1,500 feet. Con, knuckle
Dang,
form.
that thing's agile.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Probably should have got my moss out, but I didn't.
Passing 1,300 feet.
There's another wire.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Torpedoes reacquired me. Oh no, another one has.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Think maybe.
Passing 1,000 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Oh,
Passing 900 feet.
Oh, it's right on me. Oh dear.
Passing 800
Oh dear.
feet. Passing
Oh,
700
look at that.
feet.
Wow.
Con, knuckle formed.
All right, let's dive.
Con sonar regained. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Not much you can do once they get a lock on you like that. And
Con, knuckle formed.
the ad cap is nasty. I think, is it as comparable as a spearfish?
Con
Yes.
sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 7.
It's just
Con
a
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 6.
Passing 800 feet.
little slower.
Passing 900 feet.
It's back on me. It's my surprise face.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
Come on.
Con,
Come on.
torpedo room 2-1.
Passing 1,200
Come on,
feet.
give me a knuckle.
Con, knuckle
Thank you.
formed. Passing 1,300 feet.
I don't like the look of that. Okay, something has thrown it off, but I'm very vulnerable like this.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Yeah, I think it's got me.
Sonar lost.
Okay. Okay, well, I could let the boat sink and see where we end up in terms of kills, but instead we're gonna abandon ship. Yeah, let's see how well we did. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6. Those odds were stacked very much against me, but I think on balance we did okay. We got a Valiant, got a Dreadnought, we got a Los Angeles class boat. That's good. And 3 diesel electrics. There's a Coppin thrown in the mix there. Okay. Now the diesel electrics, they're an easier kill because they're not as agile, they're not as maneuverable. Everything else, tough nut to crack. And if I tried this as a Soviet, I think I would get my bottom handed to me. So, I hope you got some enjoyment from this, watching me make a bit of a mess of it, but that was expected, to be fair. And anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, you know what to do. If you thought it sucked, let me know why, and maybe I'll see you the next one. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.